From the Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich to the Prime Minister himself, the so-called Putin List names more than 200 billionaires and political figures it says are linked to the Kremlin. US politicians ordered the list after alleged Russian meddling in presidential elections. It was meant as a warning, but Moscow is laughing it off. Russian politicians say this reads like the phone book, simply listing almost everyone in Russian public life. It may feel as though the Trump administration has stopped short of inflicting any real damage, but those on this list may still fear being caught up in what is a growing trade war. Since 2014, Western economic sanctions have hurt Russian interests. This list doesn't accuse anyone of wrongdoing or stop them from doing business, but it opens up the possibility that more sanctions might be on the way.
I think they send a message, they impose a cost. Now, in and of themselves, are sanctions ever enough to get a government to stop doing something? No, but they become part of the cost or consideration that a government will take into account.
Even smaller companies have been caught up in the fallout from sanctions. The owner of this Moscow meat importing firm says her business has had to adapt to survive.
When sanctions and counter-sanctions were introduced, our business lost 50% of pork supplies from Europe and veal and pork supplies from the US. We had to boost our work with South American countries and Central America to make it through the past 3, now nearly 4 difficult years.
The Kremlin has accused the US of trying to create instability through sanctions and affect the outcome of its election in March. The oligarch blacklist may be out, but Russia is showing no signs of shame. Lucy Taylor, CGTN, Moscow.